Hi guys, and we're here for another week and another PE lesson. So today we're going to be looking at our gymnastics. Today we're going to be looking at our travelling and our rolling and jumping. So that should be a good opportunity for you to, at home, to enjoy your PE lesson with a lot of different things and maybe even some new things as well. We've got Mr. Massey with us today, so he's going to be leading your warm-up with us. Once he's done your warm-up, then we're going to get into the main part of our session. So I'm going to hand you over to Mr. Massey so he can lead your warm-up.
Okay guys, so to start with, we're going to do a pulse raiser. So for 2 minutes, we're going to start with running. So everyone join in with me, just doing some running. Wherever is best, so in your room or in a garden or somewhere that's got lots of space. And then you can move on to hopping. So you can hop on one leg or the other leg if you feel better on one separate leg, or if you just want to do it on both, then you can do that as well. And then you can move on to side steps. So going one way, and then after that you can switch it up, go the other way. Then once you've done that, do some jumping. Jump as high as you can. Take this off quickly. And then once you've done that, let's do some star jumps for 15 seconds. And then we're going to move on to some skipping. And then once we've done that, we're going to move on to burpees. Let's be done like that. Up, jump, back down, up, jump. Just do that for another 10 seconds. Well done. And then we're going to move on to the final one, scissors. So you go one foot in front of the other, and do sideways, just like I'm doing, for 15 seconds. And that is your pulse raiser. So once we've done this, we're going to move on to dynamic stretches. So first we're going to be doing some lunges. Nice and easy. Just doing this for 10 seconds. And then we're going to move on to some high knees. So bring those knees right up. Well done. Keep going. A couple more seconds. And stop there. We're going to move into heel flicks. So make sure your heels are coming all the way up to your bum. And put your hands there so you can try and touch them. Then once you've done that, we're just going to do some kicks. Just sort of stretching out those legs. Try and get them nice and high. Keep going, 5 more seconds. Well done. And now we're just going to do some twist rotations. Just for our final 10 seconds. Well done everyone at home. And stop there. That was our dynamic stretches. Okay guys, number 3, we're going to do fun games. And we're going to do a little game called freeze frame. So basically what you have to do is you've got to travel around your room or your garden or an area where there's lots of space. And whenever I say freeze, you stop where you are. You have 3 lives. Once all those lives are gone, then you're out. Okay? So we're going to start off now. So we're just going to either jog around or do any other movements that you want. You can do some side steps like this, or some hopping. Freeze! Ooh, okay, carry on. Keep going, keep running. Or doing whatever you're wanting to do. You can do some skipping. You can do some more side steps. Freeze! Ooh. done. Carry on going. Freeze. Okay, well done. If you froze at the right time, you could do some running backwards, do some more side steps, high knees, maybe some freeze. Okay, keep going. We've got a minute left. Some heel flicks. You can go back to running, go back to some movements that you've already done, but then you've got to be aware. You might have to stop at any moment. Freeze! Okay, well done. Keep going. Got 40 seconds left. Do some running backwards, some more side steps. Some jumping. Some hopping. Freeze! Well done. If you've still got your 3 lives or any lives, and you're still in the game. Keep going, guys. Freeze! Well done. If you're still in it, you've got 10 more seconds left. Just keep doing what you're doing, any sort of movement. Freeze! Okay. And that is the 2 minutes up. So thank you for joining in the warm-up. And now I'm going to give you to Mr. Martin to lead the main session.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Massey. What a great warm-up. That was really good. And hopefully your hearts are beating at home and it's nice and warm, blood flowing around the body. Why not at home? If you were to watch this back again, how could we do our different travel differently? So think about the things that we've done in gymnastics so far as well. So you might even think about trying maybe a balance when me and Mr. Massey said freeze. So it might be, you might be jogging around and then it might be 1 foot balance. So you're working on your balance skills. You might freeze into a shape, which might even be another way to be really, really good and creative using your gymnastic skills that we've learned already. So fantastic. Well done for participating in that first warm-up. And again, hopefully we're ready for our main part of our lesson and you guys at home are ready to learn something new. Today, gymnastics. What have we worked on so far? Can you tell me at home? Shout them out, all right? I want to know what we've worked on at home, all right? And if you don't know, that's not a problem at all because we are going to recap it. So, first week, we looked at our shapes. Second week, we worked on our balances, all right? And then we worked on jumping this week. Now we're going to work on something different. Can you remember what I said at the beginning? If you can't, it's not a problem. So, we're going to look at travel. So when we look at our travel, it's not only about just the simple, oh, can I run forwards, can I run back, or can I sidestep, but how else could we travel? I want us to be creative today. So we're going to look at different ways to travel, we're going to look at jumping, and we're going to look at something called rolling. Yeah, we all love rolling around on the floor, don't we? All right, so let's give that a go today, all right? We're going to start with, though, we're going to look at just basic ways to travel. So, as I said at the beginning, we might be running around. So we've got running, all right, we might change direction, so we're using same sort of technique, so we're running, but we're going backwards. We might turn it into side steps, because then we can go, again, a different direction, we're going sideways. But what other ways can we travel? Think about levels. And what do we mean by levels? Does anyone know? Some of you older Key Stage 2 should know, all right? But if we don't, that's fine. So levels, we're talking about, are we low and we're moving around? Are we kind of medium level or are we really tall? So if I was talking about running, how would I be? I would be really tall. So it would be high levels. But I could use things like, we're going to go through, so can we crawl? Can we crawl around on hands and feet? So we're thinking about different body parts now. And we're looking at how we can use our hands and our feet as part of our activity. So I might, for example, do little jumps. So I'm on my feet. I'm jumping as a way of traveling, as we spoke about earlier. But I'm also thinking about how am I progressing? I'm staying really low, aren't I? And I'm traveling. I'm low. I'm on my feet. But I'm really slow. What about if I did it really quick? I'm really quick then. So, 4 things I want you to think about when you travel. I want you to give it a go and come up with your own way to travel. I want you to first think about the body part that you're using. So are you on your feet? Are you on your hands and feet? Are you on your hands and knees? Are you on your back? Like this? I can be pushing myself along really slow on the floor. So I might be using those body parts. I might be on my side. How else can you come up with? Be creative. Give that a go. I want you to think about the speed that you're going, the height that you are travelling at, and I also want you to think about one more thing. And that one more thing is you're talking about the direction. So where are we going? All right, forwards, backwards, diagonal. Have a go. I'm going to give you probably 4 minutes at home to give it a go and come up with different ways to travel. As always, you can always send it in to our email address where you can show us what you've been doing at home. Or if you're at one of the schools that we work in, then why not send it into the school? And then teachers have shown us some of the wonderful pictures and things that you've sent in. And it's really, really good to get teachers to come up to us and say to us, we've got so-and-so, all right? They've sent us a picture, or mum or dad, guardian, adult at home has sent us something in, and I get to see it, all right? All the coaches love to see all of the children trying and all of the children developing their skills at home. So 4 minutes, pause the video, go away, give your travelling different movements a go. See you soon. Fantastic, back again. Hopefully that you've come up with new and different ways to travel, and why not try them out? If you're getting up in the morning, why not travel downstairs a different way? Why not travel around the house a different way? Developing your body, which is what gymnastics are doing, as well as being creative and creating those opportunities for you to have and show creative movement, why not develop your muscles? So why not develop the front of your legs? If I was sat, I might come down the stairs nice and softly, dragging my bottom. All right, you're working these top of these legs here. You're working your calf muscles as you do it. All right. If you're, for example, you're laying down in bed and you sit up, you're working your core muscles. You're still travelling. You're travelling forwards as I go. So you're working your core stomach muscles. At home, I want you to see if you can develop your muscles while you're away from school, while you're away from your maybe fitness, whether you're away from your football, your gymnastics, your basketball, whatever things that you do outside, I want you to see if you can develop your skills, all right? And hopefully that will get to help and support what we're doing today. So the next part that we're going to do is we're going to move on, all right, and we're going to look at rolls. Does anyone know at home what type of rolls there are? All right, we're not talking about hot dogs, all right, and your bread rolls, all right, or your bacon rolls, all right. No, we're certainly not talking about them today. But what we are talking about is 4 rolls that we're going to go through. 1, 2, 3, 4, all right. And the 4 that we're going to go through, hopefully you might have said some of them at home. If you haven't, or you're not too sure, all right, that's not a problem. But give it a go. What 4 do you think they are? Does anyone know? So I reckon at least you've got at least one of them. So yes, one of them will be our forward roll. It might be a roly-poly that you might know it as, but the actual name for it that we're going to look at is our forward roll. So we're travelling forwards using, again, remember the words travelling and direction being forwards. We're looking at that one. It's not food, but we're going to look at our sausage roll, which is going to be looking at our straight. We're also going to look at our tuck. So our tuck roll, just like we would when we're looking at our shapes. So another reason, remember what we said about foundation being your shapes, our tuck, and then the final one we're going to look at your favourite toy. What's your favourite cuddly toy? Alright, I reckon some of you might have the teddy bear down. So we're going to be looking at our teddy bear roll too. So I'm going to demonstrate them. Once I've demonstrated them, I'm going to give you time to go away and practice them, because I know at home, the time that you spend playing is really, really important. It's great for us to teach, but it's also even better for you get to, once you know how to do things, to go and play. So I'm going to take my jumper off. So because I'm really nice and warm now after that warm up, and I'm going to start with our 4 rolls. So the simplest one, also as we said, saying about our straight. So we're going to be looking at my Body is going to be flat on. And remember, when we use an area like this, make sure it's clear, it's safe, it's tidy, there's nothing dangerous around. And hopefully you've got either a carpet or you might have some cushions that you want to put down. If you're taking cushions off the sofa or off the bed and things like that, please make sure that you are asking a parent at home or a guardian or an adult at home about whether you can do it or not. All right, so as I said, we're going to lay down straight, leaving enough room to at least sideways roll once, arms out, and we're going to roll, I'm going to roll over, and then we're going to roll back again. Fantastic. All right, so remember, as we do this, all right, we're using our core muscles. So remember what we said about sitting up in bed in the morning? We're using our core stomach muscles to do that. So as we lay out now, I'm not going to pull my arms across the floor. I'm going to turn from my hips and my abs. I'm going to turn and rock over, rock all the way over and all the way back. All the time, keeping my arms nice and straight, my legs pointed and flat on the floor. So that's our sausage roll, or also known as a more official term is going to be our straight roll. And again, what direction are we travelling? Sideways, because we're moving left and right, aren't we? Fantastic. So that's one. Our second one that we're going to play with, all right, is going to be our teddy bear. So this time again, you need a nice bit of space with an area like this where I can move and I'm able to turn. So straddle position. So teddy bear or straddle position we're going to be in. As we're in this position, I'm going to put my weight and I'm going to lean backwards, just like you would if, imagine you've fallen backwards in a chair and your legs go, oh, I've fallen backwards. So I'm going to be sat there, I'm falling back, but as I go back into this position, like a straddle on my back, I'm going to turn. So watch, ready? I go round and I turn. So again, I'm using my core stomach muscles and my legs to turn me. So ready? Watch again. So I'm sitting on the edge. I'm going to go round and turn. And again, use my core muscles. It is quite difficult. So again, if you want to pause us and practice that one a little bit longer than the others, that's absolutely fine at the end. All right? And again, what you should be able to do is you should be able to turn round and round and round. Watch as I go. So I go round and turn, and round and turn, and round and turn, until I'm facing you guys at home again. All right? So we're practicing our teddy bear or our straddle roll. All right? So that's two we've gone through now. At any point throughout our video, all right, and our lesson, if you guys at home want to pause us and go and practice each individual roll and come back to us, so you've had a go at breaking them down and having a go, that's absolutely fine. But if you want to see them all first and then come back, again, that's absolutely fine too. So the next one, our tuck. So what is our tuck? Can you show me at home? Sit down or even stand up if you want to. Show me that tuck. Think about the body part you're going to do it on and how we perform it. Show me now. Good, I think most of you have got it. So we're going to sit down. I'm going to do it on my bottom. All right, so I'm going to sit down, tuck my knees in, hands on knees. And I'm going to roll. All right, so I'm going to start by rolling left. So I'm going to go round and roll over. And again, I need to start by shifting my balance and my weight. So as my knees are in, I'm going to lean that way, tilting my body. As I go over, my momentum, which means my weight, and pushing into that direction, all right? So the force, once it starts to go, it then keeps going, all right? So there, and I'm going to roll over. Good, all right? Once you've given that a go, you may want to do it in a different way. So for example, you may be on your back, and you may roll. All right, over. Again, try a different way. See which body part you can start your tuck on practicing. As you can see, it's quite warm and I'm working up a little sweat, which is great because it means I'm working hard, all right, and it also means that I'm being active, which you guys at home need to make sure you're being, because that's fantastic and that's what PE is all about. Staying healthy, staying fit, staying active, all right? It leads us to the last one, but the last one I want to pause before, because I want you to go and practice those three. And why do I want to do that? Because the last one is the most difficult, but it's also the most dangerous. Because if we don't do it right, we might hurt ourselves. So what I'm going to get you to do, you've got 3 different rolls that you've now learned. Go away all right? And that might mean you might want to pause us and go to a different area that's more suitable. You might want to do it right where you are in your front rooms, all right, or wherever you have your technology. But I want you to go and practice. I'm going to give you, for this one, I want 6 minutes. 6 minutes, because that's going to give you 2 minutes at least to practice each of them, and you may want to change that time to make sure that you practice all of them. But 6 minutes, go away, and then once that 6 minutes is up, come back to us, and then you can move on to the next one with us, and we're ready to go. All right? I'll see you in 6 minutes. Excellent, good, we're back in. Hopefully that you've now practiced, and I want to see big smiles on all your faces at home. And why do I want to see that? Because I want you to have enjoyed playing with those different roles. Some of you might have already learnt them before. You might even go to a gymnastics club when we're normally doing our normal routines. But now, hopefully some of you have also got to not only practice them and do the things that you love, but it might also be that you're at home and you haven't learnt these before. You might have missed out on these. Those of you that are home learning are missing out on your gymnastics, and that's the reason why we're here today, giving you your gymnastics lesson, so you don't miss out. You can still listen, learn, and take the skills that we're delivering in schools, all right, for you guys at home. So, we're moving on. As I said to you, forward roll, roly-poly. Whatever we do here, we need to make sure we're safe doing. Now, for this one, I would maybe get somebody that can support you. So someone can support you at home, because it is quite difficult. So whoever's at home, if there's an adult with you, hopefully in the room, so it might be mum, dad, it might be stepdad, it might be an adult, it might be a carer, a guardian, whoever's at home with you, please make sure that they are within kind of distance of you so that they can support you, and please make sure you've got a soft area. So I wouldn't try doing this one maybe just on your carpet. Have you got maybe some cushions that you can put under yourself, so if you do fall, you are safe, all right, and you do a soft landing. I've got a gymnastics mat. I would never do this without anything like that, all right? So let that be said. Make sure you've got something soft and an adult to support you. Roly-poly. So we're going to start. I'm going to use this gymnastics mat, and at the edge of it, my toes are going to be in line, all right? So they're going to go up to the edge. My hands are going to go down. So as I go down with my hands, all right, my bottom stays up in the air, all right, because that's going to come really important later. So my hands go down, my legs are nice and apart, so they're slightly wider than my shoulders. Can you see? My shoulders come down here, and then that's where my shoulders are. My feet are on the outside. So as I'm here, hands down, bottom up in the air, all right, and then through our legs, we're going to wave. Hello. All right, in fact, I'm going to borrow Mr. Massey. Mr. Massey, can you come on in? So he's going to come and join me. He's going to stand just behind. So as I go down, I can wave at him. All right, he's my adult. All right, he's my adult supporting. So as my hands go down, I'm there, I'm waving at him, and I'm going to lean forward. All right, and I'm going to move my legs slightly, so they're quite close to my hands. If you need to bend slightly, again, that's absolutely fine if you can't stretch like that. Bend, you're going to tuck your head in, all right, you're going to brace for impact, all right? So your head's going to tuck right under. If you can stretch it right down there, do it. So your head goes in, you're going to push forward on your weight. So remember what we said about momentum? So your weight is going to take you forward, so you might rock a little bit. Your heels might come up at the back, like this. As you tuck your head in, you're going to push, and you're going to push yourself over. And as you go over, the important part, and the reason why we say about safety is because your head shouldn't be touching the floor, all right? Really, really important that that head doesn't hit the floor. You don't go on the top of your head. That's really important, that the top of your head is protected. So your weight goes onto your arms. And let me show you that again. So I'm going to do it this way this time. So wide legs as we did. At home, follow again if you want to. You can either watch or you can follow step by step with me. So wide legs. All right, hands go down. All right, again, you might need to bend your knee if you can't do straight legs. You're going to wave at the person behind you. I'm going to step my feet up by my hands. All right, I'm going to tuck my head in so I can see my friend. My weight is going to go forward. So as you bend down, your head should be going a little bit red, so you don't want to be staying in this for too long, so you're going to do it quite quick. So head will go, you'll push, and I'll go over. Which part, can you see when I did that, what part hit the floor, all right, and made contact. If you didn't, rewind it and pause it maybe at the impact. It was this bit here, so the back of my shoulders, all right, so it's not my neck, not my head, it was the back of my shoulders that were flipping me over and I was landing on, all right, so it's more your back, and it's the reason why I said at the beginning, you need to make sure that you've got a soft area, all right. Now, I want us to show, so I'm going to get Mr. Massey to come in and support me on this one. All right, so because I want to be able to teach you guys, I'm going to get Mr. Massey to be, all right, my student. All right, so again, he's going to come in nice and wide legs, wider than your shoulders, hands to the floor, good. He's going to then wave to me, good. He's then going to put his hand back down, all right. He's going to walk his feet up, just by his hands, he's going to tuck his head right in. He's going to push his body weight forwards, and then hold there. So his body weight can fall forwards now, so I'm here to support. But if you are a parent at home, come around this side so you can see. I'm going to make sure as a parent I've got his arm, all right, so I can stop him from falling if I need to. I'm going to make sure I've got his hamstring, so the back of his leg. So as he goes over, so we're going to go over in a second, he's going to make sure that head right tucked in, he's going to go over, and I've supported him to make sure that as he goes over, doesn't bang his head, and I've got safety on his leg and his arm, all right? If you want to re-watch that, then please rewind it, have a look at it again. But what I want you to do now is I want you to go away and spend, hopefully maybe 4 to 6 minutes, up to you how long you want to play with it, and can you practice that? The important part, as I've said before, is have a parent, a guardian, or an adult at home that can be there to support you in case you do fall, and make sure you don't hurt yourself at home, all right? And make sure you have a soft either mat, cushion, something like that underneath you, so when if you do fall at any point, all right, or when you flip over, that you are supported and safe. If at any point you don't feel safe doing it, by all means, skip this one roll, use the other 3, enjoy them, all right? But for now, can you practice, all right? 4 to 6 minutes, however long, pause the video, come back to us after you've finished, and we'll move you on to your next progression, all right? See you in a few. Okay, welcome back, guys. You're back for another part of our gymnastics lesson. So now you should have gone away, practiced your first 3 rolls, done your roly-poly if you feel that you are more than confident enough to do it, all right? And now we can move on to the next part. So, what is the next part? Are you ready? We are going to ask you to come up with, I want a quick sequence of your 4 rolls, all right? Now, with the rolls, I want them to flow from one to the next. So, can we make sure that you move from one to the next, to the next, to the next, one after the other? And what I mean by that is, so I might start with my roly-poly, all right? So, I am going to go into my roly-poly. Look how I finish. What can I go from here into? I might go for a tuck, all right? But I think the perfect one to go from here is into my teddy bear roll. So I'm here, there. Then I can go into my tuck. And then I can then go into my roly-poly. Like that. And there is my 4. So that's my sequence. You at home, vary it up, change it up, see what you can come up with, see which other ways you can do. But can we, not only can we do our 4 roly-polies, and we're making sure that they flow from one to the other into one another, but can we do our start at the beginning of our sequence, and can we do our finish at the end of our sequence, all right? And again, I'm only going to give you maybe 3 minutes or so to go away and do this, because I think you've practiced a lot on your other 4 rolls, and now it's just a simple case of putting them all together, having a bit of fun with them in one routine, all right? So 3 minutes, put us on pause, go away and practice that. Good luck. See you soon. Excellent. Final time you're going to see us in this lesson, all right? So final time for our final activity. What I'm looking is to put it all together. Now you've done our sequence of our start, our finish, and our 4 rolls in between. So as I say when I'm teaching, we've got our roll, all right, or our baguette, whichever one you want to call it, with our bread on the outside. So our start and our finish is our bread, and our sandwich filling is whatever we're teaching in between that. So today it's been our rolls, so you've done your 4, but now remember our topic. What was it? What was it? Anyone tell me what our topic was at the start of today? We were using rolls, we were using jumps, but it was one other thing. We were looking at our travel. So what I'm looking for you guys to do now is, as well as your 4 rolls that you've just smashed out this 4 part that we're playing, all right, I'm looking for you guys to now add in your own ways to travel. So I might go into my start, and I might travel with long legs like this. I might leap as I travel. I might sidestep as I travel. Somewhere in there has got to be your 4 rolls. So I might go in, roll. I might then turn it into skipping. I might then go into my teddy bear roll. So I might go into here. And then I want to progress on. So, to recap that, what I'm asking you guys to do at home, your start, I want to see your 4 rolls, I want to see different ways that you've come up with travelling from your first activity, and then finish with my end position, alright, so how we finish our routine or sequence, alright, and then as one, have your own, very own routine. And then, that would be amazing, wouldn't it? To come away from a PE lesson, have not only learned the skills to travel, not only learned the skills to roll, but then be able to yourself put it together. If you've got younger ones at home, and you guys as adults, you guys have kind of the younger ones and not sure how to do it, not sure how to put it together, why not help them? Why not get a sibling? Why not get someone else at home to be able to support them? And then at the end, feel really confident and really happy with what you've been able to come up with in your PE lesson today. That would be absolutely amazing. Anytime, if you want to send any videos into either us or into the schools that we work in for them to share with us, again, I'm more than happy for that, because it'll be wonderful to see. Our job is to develop individuals and make them the best that they can be. Hopefully that we will be getting some future gymnastics or some lovers of gymnastics and some simple basic skills being learned as well. Alright, but until next week, our gymnastics lessons are finished today. Enjoy your week. Hopefully see you again soon for another gymnastics lesson. Take care. Have a good one.